just for 30 more minutes. Greetings, everybody. I am back. I am back. I am not giving up. I am determined to deliver this powerful presentation. So I am back online. If you guys are patient enough, I will continue from where I left off. Thank you guys so much for being here and for being patient. So apparently I'm revealing really sensitive information. So let's continue. Okay, let's continue from where we left off. For those who are just jumping on, welcome. It's okay because it all right. So I'm going to just continue from where I left off. I had Wi-Fi issues, but as of Friday, I have a new company that's going to be offering fast speed internet service. So this is the last time I have issues with Wi-Fi. As of today, I shouldn't have issues anymore. But in either case, I decided to come back online and finish the presentation. Okay, guys? So through these servers, the Black nobility and Jesuit order orchestrated mass psychological operations, blackmailed world leaders, and manipulated election results, stock markets, and even weather systems. More dangerously, this AI had begun to self-evolve, integrating with other compromised systems like Palantir, Facebook algorithms, and CERN's quantum computing network, becoming a proto-god entity that echoed the ancient warnings of the rise of the beast, with prophetic texts had, of course, once referred to as the voice in the cloud. So Operation Holy Storm is the code name that was used by the Alliance to seize these servers, right? To hijack these servers. Operation Holy Storm. Here it is. In the late 2023, under the cover of escalating geopolitical distractions in the Middle East and a staged scandal within the Vatican hierarchy, Operation Holy Storm was launched. Special forces from multiple countries, coordinated by Space Force, Intelligence, and the Alliance Earth Command, entered Vatican territory through secret tunnels beneath Rome. These tunnels, originally built for escape routes during wartime, had long been repurposed to house forbidden technologies, including AI mainframe itself, the AI mainframe itself, known as Project Lucius. So the teams executed a non-lethal electronic warfare protocol, disabling Vatican surveillance and electromagnetic defense fields through a burst of directed EMP pulses from stealth drones. Simultaneously, a specialized quantum infiltration unit known as Ghost Protocol Division Number 7 uploaded a consciousness-based virus into the server's operating systems, effectively disabling its predictive defense capabilities. Within minutes, the entire AI complex was rendered inert, and the Vatican servers were removed under the guise of an internal fire emergency. So what the White Hats found was this. What the Alliance discovered within those servers stunned even the most seasoned intelligence officers. The Vatican AI Database contained detailed psychological and spiritual profiles of nearly every major global figure. Ancient historical records showing proof of extraterrestrial contact, hidden gospels that were left out of the Bible, and truth about the Christ bloodline, which is the biggest threat to the church right now, the Holy Grail, right? It also included blueprints for scalar weaponry designed to suppress human consciousness. And of course, encrypted timelines predicting possible outcomes of world events based on spiritual and energetic resonance fields. And also digital souls, the consciousness patterns of thousands of individuals who had been trapped or replicated via etheric technology, a process akin to soul imprisonment. Whoa. Did you guys hear that? Okay, part of what they discovered when the White Hat Alliance raided the AI Vatican servers was digital souls, the consciousness pattern of thousands of individuals who had been trapped or replicated via etheric technology, a process akin to soul imprisonment. That's crazy, all right? Their treasure trove of dark intelligence was quickly quarantined and transferred to secure alliance facilities beneath Cheyenne Mountain, where benevolent AI organic sentient systems are now being used to decrypt and repurpose the data for humanity's benefit. The aftermath and implications. Project Lucius, okay? Following the seizure, a massive purge began within the Vatican. Several high ranking officials resigned. They were detained or disappeared. Apparently, they were taken to Gitmo. The public explanation was attributed to financial mismanagement, but insiders knew it was part of a wider dismantling of the deep ecclesiastical network. With the Vatican AI network neutralized, many global control mechanisms began to falter. False flag operations lost their predictive precision. Blackmail driven political puppets began panicking. And most importantly, the timeline manipulation grid had collapsed, allowing humanity to realign with the organic ascension path. This operation, though shrouded in secrecy, will be remembered in the classified annals of galactic history as one of the most crucial victories for the liberation of the Earth. It represented not only the fall of a technological dragon, but also the symbolic dethronement of an ancient false authority, a reclaiming of spiritual sovereignty by humanity. So the seizure of the Vatican AI servers was not merely a tactical mission, it was a multi-dimensional liberation. The Y-Hats, in alliance with higher dimensional beings and Earth-based resistant groups, dealt a fatal blow to the artificial control matrix that had plagued humanity for centuries. Okay, so as the data continues to be decrypted and disclosed in phrases, the world will slowly awaken to the truth of who we are, what is kept from us, and the divine future that now stands within reach. The beast has been blinded. The shepherds are returning, and humanity is finally walking the path of divine remembrance. Welcome back, Galactic Jedis. I was able to actually finish my presentation again. I'm going to go ahead and keep the first recording, which lasted about an hour, and I'm also going to keep this one as the second recording that ended my presentation. And of course, now I'm going to be opening up to Q&A. Now, before I do, I want to announce that I will be attending, not presenting, I will be making an appearance this weekend at the Alien events here in Sedona, Arizona. So I will be making an appearance at the Alien event. For those that want to come and meet me, I will be there. It's going to be fun. And I will be putting the link to that. For those that want to get tickets, you actually get a discount. If you go through my website, not through my website, through the link that I provide in the comments, you will be getting a discount. All right, so stay tuned for that. For those that want to attend the Alien 5D event this coming weekend, the 28th and the 29th, here in Sedona, Arizona, I will make an appearance. I'm not doing no presentation there. I'm just going to make an appearance, and that's it, because one of my good friends is the one who is putting this event together, and I just want to make an appearance. That's it, okay? And of course, a lot of great speakers are going to be there. So if you guys go through the link that I put in my description and in my comments, you guys will be getting a discount. Before I open it up for Q&A, I do want to acknowledge, let's see, where am I here? I do want to acknowledge some of you guys. All right, here I am. Operation Stonefire. All right, I'll just get close to the computer here. So Project Skyfall's in the house. Maria Lopez is in the house. Lisa Roselter? Kim Els, Linda, Pauline, Paul Schaefer, Sarah's in the house. Greg is in the house. Angela's in the house. Who else in the house? Margarita Luke Ashinka. MJF is in the house. Diana 8 or B777. is in the house. I want to welcome everyone back to the second part of my live today. The good news is that I actually was able to shop around for the fastest internet service provider with fast Wi Fi. They're coming in on Friday, which is 2 days from now. So this is the last time I'm going to have Wi Fi issues. All the other providers have actually failed me. All right. They failed us, not just me, us. So I apologize for that. It is out of my control, guys, but I always do my best to persevere and deliver the intel that I have for you guys. Okay. And yes, Ishmael is in the house. Thank you for reminding me, Greg. All right, guys, you guys know the time. Q&A. Make sure you post your question in capital letters so that I could bypass the chat. No, I didn't get Starlink. I actually got a better provider. That thank you so much, Susan K, for that donation. I appreciate that. I actually got a different provider. Starlink is a little bit too expensive for me right now, but I got this provider that is supposed to offer fast speed Wi-Fi service. So, everybody's raging about it. Thank you, Vidmar, for that super chat. Your question is, hey, Ishmael, I was curious since Tiamat was a planet in the past and in mythology. Tiamat was also an evil dragon. In that context, does the opposite, the good side, aka Bahamut, exist in the past? Well, let me make a correction here. Okay. Some of these ancient records were mistranslated. The original Tiamat was the super Earth, was this Earth that existed approximately 45 million years ago. All right. Part of the Tiamat, which was blown up in one of the galactic wars with the Draconian Empire, evolved into the current Earth, which is what we are living on today. And the other part actually became the asteroid belt. So, in its original context, you could say that Tiamat is the old Earth, the old super Earth. Okay. And if you guys want, on Saturday night, when I go live, I could go more into detail about that. But again, for those that are taking our cosmic origin class, you get the full history of all the ancient galactic wars that took place, not only here in our solar system, but it took place throughout the multiverse, going back to 950 billion years ago. Well, the war started approximately 400 billion years ago, all right, to be exact. All right, well, let's continue here with questions. I'm going to try to access the questions through my phone because I'm having difficulties. Oh, there I am live. Okay, so I am live. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Operation Pegasus in Iran. Yes, Operation Pegasus. There's so many operations going on right now. Um, what is the Galactic Codex? This is a question from Jack Pathlinsky. Well, it's multiple things, but the main thing within the Galactic Code is our laws, right? Our interstellar galactic laws and rules that cannot be broken by the members of these civilizations that are part of the Galactic Alliance. Okay, so there is a code of conduct, you could say, that all galactic species have to abide by, and if they don't, if they break the contract, if they violate the codex, then they are going to face intergalactic punishment. Okay, so let's continue here. Again, I don't record classes, but I let you take the remake or the makeup, you could say, the following month. So if you miss a class, you could always do the makeup the following month for free. Okay, you only need to pay once, and each class is only $100. Each class consists of 4 courses. So basically, you're only getting each course for $25, which is a steal, right? I used to offer classes for $300, $400. Now all my courses are $100, guys. And by the way, that is the best way to support my cause. Go to my website, take a class, and get knowledge for your money. Right, $100, you get to help me out, and in turn, you receive all this cosmic information and much more for those that are taking Ascension 2.0 and Ascension Basics. So it is an equal bartering trade, you could say. Hey Ishmael, is Vulcan a real planet and first from the sun? Um, there are rumors, right, within the highest level of cosmic clearance that there are actually about 49 small planets within our solar system. And a lot of these planets are actually planetoids, right? They are spacecraft, right? They're not planets that are orbiting the sun like the 9 or 10 planets that exist, but they are um, spacecraft. That's the best way to describe them. They are spacecraft that are actually stationed here. So, yeah, the real satellites within the private sector know that there are about 49 planetoids within our solar system. Okay. So, Vulcan is a real planet within our solar system, but it's not like the natural planets that are revolving around our star. These are planets that were actually brought here by extraterrestrial functions, mainly the good guys, of course, mainly the good guys. The negative spheres have been, you could say, kicked out of our solar system. So I'm using my phone to take your questions at this time, guys. So, how do you get to the 13th dimension? Is it the law of oneness also? And is 13th the highest? No. The highest dimension right now is the 15th. 13th is just the beginning stage of the eternal realms. That's where the realms of eternity begin. Thank you so much, Cosmic Dragon, for that super chat. Ishmael, can you trust channeled dragons such as Jaden Zay? Always have discernment when you guys are channeling cosmic entities. I personally have never heard of Jade and Zay though, but yeah, if you develop the proper discernment through meditation, you're going to be able to decipher for yourself or discern for yourself who is good and who is not good. Thank you for all the love. I see all the hearts going up. Thank you, guys. Oh, and really quick, I just want to give out my mailing address. My mailing address for those that want to send me anything, mail, whatever you guys want to send, it's 1771 West State Route 89A, Suite B, Box 3015, Sedona, Arizona 86336. All right, that is my mailing list for those that want to mail me anything. You can mail me anything you want there. And I did receive in the last few days a couple more cards from Alexandra Zawatsky. Thank you very much. And Carol Black. Thank you very much. All right, let's continue here. Let's continue here. This is a question from Sylvia Ortega. Can we get disconnected from the matrix? Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, if you take my Ascension 2.0 or even Ascension class, I teach you techniques and provide information needed to escape and disconnect yourself from this illusionary reality. So go to my website, or cosmicorigin.com, so I could see you on a webinar, not this coming weekend, but the following weekend. I'm looking for questions. I'm looking for questions on my phone. I'm actually reading the chat through my phone at this time. Thank you, Starcadian, for being my monitor. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And again, guys, for those that want to detox their body from the graphene, all the metals, radiation, parasites, you name it, right? Empowering your mitochondria, activating the powerhouse of the cell. Make sure you guys order Folium. That is the hottest product in town for a full body detox. The link is always in the description. And then of course, Perez 25 domestically for your discount, Perez 10 if you're international. All right, let's continue with the Q&A here. So if you guys are feeling exhausted, all right, we're just right now as I speak, we're receiving this 1.8 X class flare that was released a couple days ago. So that's probably the reason why you're feeling exhausted. I'm looking for questions. There's some questions that I can't address. Like, for instance, Archangel Thea is asking me if I've ever of the heard of the bloop ocean sound caught by Noah. No, I haven't heard of that. And if so, what do you think it was? So I haven't yet heard of that. I could actually investigate it and maybe report on it next time I go live. Let's see. Christina Nardashi is asking Ishmael, is the EBS going to happen? It is scheduled. It is scheduled. And right now, the distraction that is taking place with what's going on with Iran is actually preventing the EBS from happening. Okay, guys? It's preventing the EBS from happening. Does sunscreen block the solar codes? This is a question from Robin Davis. And the answer to that is yes, it does. It does. That's why I don't use any sunscreen. Ishmael, will we glow after the solar flash? Yes, we are going to have an amazing aura of light. So the answer to that is yes, absolutely. I do have another super chat from Annie Oakley. Welcome, Annie Oakley. She says, "Hi, Ishmael. Do you know what groups have come down and took people onto their ships and put ships in them? I watched a show last night with Ben Hansen, and one of them started with AP, one of the groups. Um, well, the best way to answer your question is we have positive abductions. Okay, my mother was abducted, right? When I was in her womb, right? So we have positive abductions that involved upgrading the human gene. Okay, and then you have negative abductions. Okay, those are abductions that are being conducted by the negative alien agenda or the Orion Syndicate. So the positive abductions are happening also. And those are good, all right? They're just upgrading your genetics, right? Which is a good thing. But the negative abductions are not good because that means that they're extracting your genes to create a human slash something else hybrid. So, yeah, people, there are a lot of star seeds that are being taken aboard ships, and they have been. So, that is correct. That is correct. That is happening. Paula, thank you so much for your super chat. Is Taylor Swift a man? Well, yeah, I don't know, but rumor has it that she is a man. Oh, that Taylor Swift could be Anton LaVey's daughter. And for those that don't know who Anton LaVey is, he was the founder of the Church of Satan in San Francisco, who was one of the students of Aleister Crowley, also, besides L. Ron Hubbard. Thank you so much, Isis, for your super chat. She says, "Hey, brother, what is Project Phoenix?" Thank you. Project Phoenix. Well, Project Phoenix is actually an older project that has been conducted as part of the Earth Liberation Program. So, again, there are so many projects that are being conducted by the Earth Alliance that are all leading towards the liberation of the Earth. So, Phoenix has a lot to do with the destruction or the disintegration of the old guard, the old paradigm, through the deactivation of the Cabal grid, which is run by negative AI, and the initiation of a new system, a system that actually that benefits humanity. Okay, so again, a lot of these operations are, you could say, uh, they're small operations that are all working together towards the main operation, which is Earth liberation. Okay, that is the end game of all of these minor operations. Good question. Again, guys, questions in capital letters so that I could bypass the chat. Hey, Ishmael, I keep seeing white flashes in the sky. What do you think they are? I'm not sure what they are. You could actually be seeing some of the biospheres and ships. Remember how I said in the prior live, before I was rudely kicked out of my life again, that a lot of the galactic, you could say that our atmosphere is being used as an interstellar parking garage for a lot of galactics. The only thing is that we can't see them because they have cloak technology. Okay, and even the Cabal does not have the ability to pick up on their radar. So who knows what you could be seeing? That's a good thing though. That is a good thing that you're seeing flashes though. That means your third eye is opening. And again, for those that are just jumping on, make sure that you guys watch the second part of my live tonight for the ending of the presentation that I was actually giving you guys earlier. All right, regarding Project Lucius and the AI Vatican servers and how they were using that to develop an army of drones, not drones, an army of androids, robots underneath Iran. Okay, underneath Iran, and nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about that. But these, again, this is all under in the highest levels of what is known as cosmic clearance. But for the first time, the Commander Valiant Thor wanted me to shed light on the AI Vatican server programs that were actually building an army of androids that they were going to use against the alliance. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to take a few more questions, guys, because we are at the top of the hour and a half. Are Red Hats super soldiers who disappeared detacking CERN AI? Are they okay? Oh, I heard about that operation. No, that took place years ago, guys. For the last couple of years, CERN has been under the control of the White Hats. Okay, no, but the Red Hats are not super soldiers, right? They're just an extreme group that splintered from the White Hats, right? They don't believe in tribunals. They just believe in an eye for an eye. You know, if you know what I mean. I do have another super chat from Greg. Thank you so much. Was Close Encounters of the Third Kind movie a documentary? Was Steven Spielberg an insider? Well, unfortunately, yes, Steven Spielberg was an insider, but for the dark side. Okay, he was promoted by the dark side. And yes, a lot of these alien movies that were being that he created were actually negative movies, right? Designed to scare us from the extraterrestrials, putting all extraterrestrials in the category of evil. I see that a lot of the Galactic Jedi's are watching the replay and commenting on the first part of the live, not knowing that I came back on again. It's all right; they could always watch it on the replay. All right, Q&A time. Will all of the good people that are Rh negative go into the first solar flash? This is a question from Janice Roland. There's a huge possibility that the Rh negative blood type are going to be part of the first waivers of ascension. Yes, because they don't have the primitive monkey gene. How many portals are in Sedona? Good question. I do not know. I will find out though. So there are 6 major vortexes in Sedona. But portals, we don't know yet. Yes, Stephen King is also a warlock too. That's correct. Thank you for pointing that out, Meg. Alicia Marie is saying, "Is Jesus coming soon?" Yes, but it's not a man coming in the clouds. It is the mind, the Christ mind, being born within millions of us. That is the true meaning of the second coming of Christ, and that is happening very, very soon. That's what's going to actually set the splitting of worlds, right? The timeline bifurcation. What are some of the abilities we will get? Good question, Jennifer. This is coming from Jennifer Abernathy. Abernathy. Telekinesis, telepathy, teleportation, just to name a few. Am I frozen? Okay, I'm still good. Thank God. I'll continue. As long as I have good connection, I'll continue. Is ascension possible during dark clouds, heavy rain? Of course, Chris. Yeah, nothing prevents. See, the photonic lights of information, right, that are being brought through the CMEs could penetrate through dark clouds and through the rain. Okay. In fact, it is believed that the rain amplifies the light codes. Why is it that we have been denied access to our galactic racial memories? This is a good question from Golden Oracle. Because they didn't want us to know the past. They didn't want us to know who we were before we became human. So again, Steven Spielberg is a puppet for the cabal. Thank you, Greg Molina. I just received your Zelle through my email, projectrestorationzion@gmail.com. Thank you so much for that support. You know, I'm trying to answer as many questions as possible, but the chat does go pretty fast. Normandy Shell is saying, thank you, Ishmael, for all the wonderful intel tonight. I have learned so much from you and look forward to your third weekly updated. You are the best truther ever. Thank you for saying that, but I am just one of many truthers. I appreciate that, though. Thank you for that compliment. Was there, past or present, an archangel imprisoned by the Vatican? No, an archangel has never been imprisoned by the Vatican. Or is that just plain old rumor? Yeah, it is a rumor. Archangels cannot be imprisoned by no 3D earthly elements, okay? That is for sure. Or even 5D draconian reptilians or 4th D reptilians, or even 6D AI demonic entities. No, the archangels are operating from the 12th dimension. You cannot, the archangels, the archetypes, all right? They're extremely powerful, guys. All right, it's impossible to imprison them. So yeah, that was obviously a rumor. And then she says, "Thanks for all you do, Ishmael. You're welcome, Tina." All right, two more questions, guys. Two more questions. Excuse me. No, it doesn't matter what blood type you are. As long as you're a good person, you will be ascending. This is a question from Peter Ayahuasca. Oh, what a last name. I wonder if they, is that really your last name, Ayahuasca, Peter? All right. All right, guys, I think I'm going to be getting the hiccups here. I feel it coming. One more question. What dimensions are the seraphim angels from? They are from the, hold on, they're above the 11th dimension, 11 and up. Thank you for reminding us, Karen Stanton. I'm going to go ahead and share this. She says, "You are not your blood type. You are a soul having a human experience, either as a walking or born into this world, similar to Jesus." That is so true, Karen Stanton. Thank you for pointing that out. Alrighty, guys. I hope you guys had a wonderful time here with me tonight. Don't forget to watch this from the replay as I was able to continue and finish up my presentation regarding Project Lucius. And so, with that in mind, don't forget that I'm going to be making an appearance at the Alien event here in Sedona this coming Saturday and Sunday. And if you guys want to get a discount to get in, I will go ahead and put a link in my description. So go through my link to get that discount. And then also, if you haven't taken any of my courses, make sure you do. My classes are next level, intel. They are next level intel. So go to my website or cosmicorigin.com, secure your spot. And again, for those who are interested in ordering Folium, I always provide the link in the description. May the God Force be with you all, always. And I will see you guys in a couple of nights for another update and galactic report. Thank you so much and have a wonderful evening.